You be careful what you say. People come back to hold you to it on here.
Boys rebuilt most of this summer, and these darn steel corrals, I do miss my old fire-killed rails.
It's too late. It's already on.
We're going?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, we're ready to start?
I guess so. Tough to get the old bull out of the way. You can do the welcome.
Oh, sure. I'd like to welcome everybody. This is, I believe, 54 times for having a bull sale. Pretty exciting for us. Great year. Maybe a little lack of rain, but we're sure not complaining about no snow yet. And we've got a great set of bulls to show you. And I don't know what else to say. We did a few videos earlier, and the boys sent me away to feed cows that day, so I wasn't in their hair, and I'm back here again now, so we'll do it as three of us. So
You wanted to jump in the truck. We weren't going to get in your way.
yeah, who's second?
Well, I think I strapped down the trailer, the tractor that morning, so Dad could go make coffee and a lunch and supper too. So he certainly wasn't getting in the way of that.
Corey?
Yeah, with that, I guess we'll get going with the video. We'd just like to welcome you. February 2nd and 3rd here coming up. So looking forward to having everybody around the barn and catching up with a lot of you guys. And if you'll hang with us for the next half hour, we'll go through some bulls and talk about some programs and do what we've done the last couple of years here. So. Well, we're really excited about the cow business. I think everybody in this country is feeling the same way, and guys that have hung on and kind of stuck it out through some leaner years. It looks like times are going to be pretty good here going forward. The fundamental reasons why this cattle market is the way it is aren't changing anytime soon. So hats off to the cowmen all over the country for sticking with this thing, and here's to some good years ahead. So with that said, it was another great year at the ranch here. Funny how quick these videos go, and we're doing this again here. We're really excited about the bulls that we have on offer and the things that they offer to the people that are interested in. We look forward to seeing you on February 3rd. Please call or contact us in any way if you have any questions or if there's anything we can do for you. We look forward to hearing from you, and most of all, we look forward to seeing you on February the 3rd, 2024.
As we're watching these Herford Bulls walk in, most of them are horned. We have probably about 20 pole bulls on the offering this year. These bulls will come to you in real moderate shape. They are ready to rock and roll, and their feet haven't been trimmed. We really try to do the best job we can of all these breeds, of bringing them to you in near perfect condition. It's great to have them fat, but that costs us money, and it doesn't really do you any good down the road. So these bulls are just moderately developed and brought to you in perfect working condition. So many of these Hereford Bulls here have a lot of pigment. They're red to the toes, and that's really what everybody's calling for in the Hereford industry. Moderate frame, lots of pigment, and
Just plenty of shape and maternal traits. And
yeah.
Yeah, and go look at any replacement heifer sales, opens or breds. We've said it time and time again. Put a white face on them. There's a $500 premium at least. You know what? There's a real demand for baldy cattle out there, and that's what our Herefords are here for, to make a good F1 cross for all of our customers. So no, we take a lot of pride in what we do, and I think we have something very proud that we have off to offer for everybody.
And with the Hereford, just like all the other breeds, I mean, the convenience traits are built in. We've looked after the feet issues and the udder issues and temperaments and things like that. So I mean, when you're buying these bulls, their best days are in front of them. Like Dad said, they're pigmented and they're stout made, and the maternal quality is definitely behind them. So touching on what Ted said, if you're making baldy cows, making females, a lot of opportunity here, and again, I challenge anybody to go look at the show list from these bred heifer sales this fall. Consistently, if you saw white-faced females, there's a definite premium. Amongst other things that Herefords do for you, what is the thing when you don't need a rodeo? I mean, they're pretty laid back.
Had a few
dudes.
complaints from a few guys that worked with us over the years that they just moved too dang slow. So I guess I'd rather have it that way than the other way around.
Yeah. We semen testing here the other day when we were doing Herford Bulls, putting them through. We realized about 3 bulls in that we hadn't actually closed the side on one side, and the bulls sat there and you know, never made a fuss, never gave us any trouble. So yeah, I guess there's some breeds maybe you wouldn't get away with that in, but
a few new sire groups this year to offer. There's the 90109 Sons, the bull we purchased from Hoffman's here a couple of years ago. Talk about just having some, being conservatively framed, having some real muscle to them. They certainly fit the bill. We're really excited the way the daughters look. They'll have a first set calving here this spring. They're about as nice as you can make them. A few 663 Sons that sold to Levi, the bull had sold to Levi Bristow a few years back, that we're really excited about. Good calving ease, heifer bull options in here.
If you want Herford Bulls, this is the place you need to come. Come take a look at these guys first.
Hey everybody, I'd like to talk to you about our sight unseen purchase program. Either give myself, Bill, or Connor a call and we can help you out with your bull buying options. Set your parameters for whatever you need. There's a bull for every budget and it's satisfaction on arrival. So don't worry and buy with confidence.
we'll get into these red Angus bulls now. We got 100 of them this year, and it sounds overused, but I honestly, you go through there and you find bulls every day that you're walking pens, and the quality's probably as deep as it's ever been in this group, and you'll see them as they come across the video here. You know, some sires that have worked really well for us in sire groups and in big numbers too. You come in, you're not going to look through 22 different sires on 100 bulls. There's,
no,
you know,
and that's something we really aim for, is using big sire groups with lots of numbers so you know what you're getting into, and pays dividends, I think, for our customers as well, that you can buy and use bulls that have a lot of consistency behind them.
Yeah.
And
three of the last four sort of bulls that come across are half and three-quarter brothers to each other, and you know,
they just plumb work.
That's right.
Yeah, and it's not fed in thickness, it's natural.
Yep.
You know, these bulls have 600 and 700 pound weaning weights. I'm not going to tell you they're 800 and 900 pound weaning weights off grass at Painton and Edgerton. I don't need to string you along like that. These are just good cattle. They'll make you enough pay weight in the fall to sell your calves. And
again, on the replacement female end of it, like we were talking about the Herefords, you know, convenience traits are built into these guys, and this is a pretty old red Angus cow herd. When did you guys get one? Older than dirt?
You're a founding father.
yeah, about 1972, I think.
So we've worked a few kinks out, and there's been the odd bull that we've had to do a cleanse on and things like that. But you know what?
We're awfully proud of what we can stand behind here now. So.
That's right. And to be able to buy red Angus bulls from a long-standing herd like that, I think is something that, you know, we know for generations and generations behind these cows what's there and what's worked. And these cows have had to pay their own way. We are a cow outfit. Yeah,
and we're not out there trading heifers and trading cows and stuff like that. So every year we keep our best ones and we cull the other ones. And if you think about that, since early 70s to now, if you keep peeling the bottom end off and keep the good ones, you end up with a cow herd after that many years that's pretty darn consistent and can really do it every year. They can make a bull look awfully good.
And speaking of docility, I think the red Angus breed, at least at our place here, is about as close to a Hereford as what you can get. I know I had my girlfriend out helping me video here this day, and she was trying her damnedest to get the bulls moving along, and they just wouldn't go most of the time. So it's a real treat.
Out, biting at them, they were getting pretty doggy on them. So yeah, you know, on some new sire groups here, this would be a Seneca Son, and this is by Cockburn Absolute Bull, this 546. So have a look at these. Lots of calving ease options. You know, and then again,
lots of performance options too. But we're not sacrificing birth weight doing it.
So all these bulls that you'll see here, and basically 540 number and on, these are all out of 2-year-old heifers. So to have the kind of calving ease built in and have bulls that look like this, I think that's a real challenge and something that's, you know, not easy to come by. So we're awful proud of these guys, and yeah, I can watch these guys walk by all day. You look at them every day, and like I said, you find new ones all the time.
So if you're looking for red Angus bulls, you're not going to find 100 of them anywhere. This is where you need to be.
After the sale, think about leaving your bulls on bull development here. These bulls will be continued on with a growing ration, balanced in minerals and nutrients, as well as targeting them for about 2 to 2.5 pounds per day of gain. So they'll come to you in perfect working shape. At $150 on 2-year-olds and $125 on yearlings, you're pretty hard pressed to feed them yourself for that. So take a look at it. It'll be outlined on page 6 of the catalog to give you a little bit more information, but it's very good value for your money.
Here come these Black Angus Bulls, and just like Con and Dad and myself are all saying here through the prior 2 breeds, just the level of consistency that we've bred into them, I think, is kind of unmatched. I don't think you can find anywhere else 60 bulls that look this good, all in one outfit.
And in honest shape too, you know. You talk about buying bulls from someplace that does things the same as you. If you like what the bulls look like when they're in a body condition score 3, they're probably going to work out okay. Unless you keep your cows in a body condition score 5 all the time, you know.
You can fool yourself here.
That's right. So have a look at these bulls. They're honest shape and they've been developed right and for longevity in mind. Anyway, go ahead.
This is a pretty good 2397 and 2409.
Both go back to resource.
Yeah, both.
We've been using bulls consistently year after year. That they just work for us. They work for our customer base. We hear nothing but good reviews on them. We're not trying out a different sire every year. We're using stuff that just works for us and works for our customers. So just like we were saying before, just a level of consistency, just having the right kind of body shape built into them, sound structured, easy doing cattle that, you know what, they just flat pay the bills. So
yeah, they look good. This is one of our favorites here, this 2434. This would be our 1296, sired by our 1296 bull, who again goes back to resource and out of a cow that's been really, really strong. Again, you know, just like the red bulls, you walk through the pen every day, and you know, sometimes feeding bulls, it's kind of, you walk out and some days you love them, some days you're thinking, oh boy, you know, whatever.
I guess I don't find that with these ones near as much, but
no, I was just gonna say, and these guys, it's been a treat feeding them and you know, kind of watching them develop here, because there's just lots of bulls that you can find, and it's a genuine joy to go out and like the cattle that you're raising and looking
here's
at.
one we used and cleaned up on a set of AI cows, this 2505 bull. He's another resource son, but just hard to make him as good as that one.
And out of a Charlo cow. Pretty cool made, so.
So Sherry comes and helps me calve these over at Painting every year. She grew up with Herefords, and we're converting her to Angus. It's taken a little while, but
Don't speak ill of the Queen's breed.
no, she just once she had to hide out in the cultivator. So other than that, all has been pretty good calving these cows. If 2 people our age can calve 300 cows, I'm sure anybody can do it. So.
And these cows align for us. We got to be able to tag them and weigh them and sit on the calf, and these cows don't give us any trouble. But I tell you what, these Angus cows, they're good mothers. They'll sit there and they're making sure you're treating their baby all right, and they won't take any guff from you. But yeah, they're good cows, good mothers. So.
Yeah, and all 2-year-olds, and we don't sell yearlings. So we're calving them starting the middle of April and weaning them later on than we used to. Just good sire groups. They're all managed the same. There's no special set of bulls that get hanging around the barnyard or anything like that. And no creep feed, no hoof trimming. It's pretty darn simple, and it works. It works for the last 30 years doing it this way, and you won't find a better set of black 2-year-olds.
Hey everybody, try our 2 warranty options. Either or is a great fit. It'll get you covered. If your bull breaks down, you'll always have something to get your cows covered. The first option is the basic, and it's 1.75% of the purchase price, and that gets you to when the bull's delivered. The next option is our extended, and that covers the bull to the 30th of September. So sleep easy, rest assured that your cows will get bred here.
You ready?
Yeah, we'll start out in the Charolais thing with these 52-year-old bulls. Most of them are white, most of them are polled. None of them had their feet trimmed. There is a couple red factor bulls in there. Just developed on grass, bulls that'll last a long time, work for you. Sire buckskin calves out of red type cows or silver calves We actually use some of them on our own commercial cows in the community pasture. And in this Charolais breed, we're awful excited to be involved in it. We're here for the long haul. Don't ever worry about that. Connor and Ted are real excited about the whole business. And we're not going to time out on you and you'll have to go look for a different bull supplier. You can plan on staying with us for a lot of years. And we will look after you.
Like them so much, we got 19 of our own cows now.
I thought you were talking.
Oh, well, you go ahead for a
We're
while.
on a roll. So again, just, you know, big, strong, stout bulls here. And I guess in the way that we develop these bulls, again, we're really proud of the way that they look and that they're honest in their shape. You know, hard to find this many 2-year-old bulls and especially bulls that are kind of targeted towards commercial production like this. That you're going to get years of service out of these guys. So, you know, buy with confidence, like Ted has said. You know, these bulls are good. The best thing to do is just come out and check them out. And if you get in the pen, I know you'll find lots of favorites.
Yeah, and you can walk through the pen and they'll just stand around and take a look at you, and they're easy to handle. With these bulls, they don't cost you so much money that your cost of service will break the bank. These bulls, when they're going to last 5 years, 6 years, some of them longer than that, your service cost per cow is pretty darn reasonable.
Yeah. Which, if you do the math on it, if you can get to 5-6 years on these bulls and you start driving that cost of service per cow down, it is a huge amount of money to actually go and figure it out. Like, you're talking about $30-40 per calf.
Something that gets used a lot is our repeat buyer program. A lot of our bulls are sell to repeat buyers. So with that, we'll issue a 3% discount on the bulls at a later date, usually in about early August. Again, very popular. A lot of these bulls are going to ranches and people that have used them in years past. So definitely a testament to the bulls.
Here come the lone set of yearling bulls that we still have on offer. You know, these bulls, we've sold them for years. We've done a heck of a job with them. Our cooperator herds have been super easy to work with.
How many years, when did you start selling Charolais bulls?
Quite a while ago.
Early 90s or late 80s?
I don't remember. It's quite a while ago.
Probably had a full head of hair back then too.
No, I was bald then too.
Not that old. But so, I mean, that's, you know, to think that a Charolais bull sale, you know, being able to source white bulls at one place for 35 plus years.
Yeah.
Again, that's, you know, there's a bit of staying power here for sure. So.
These white yearlings are very consistent, as always, but this year maybe a little more so than ever. You go in the pen and it's really hard to pick which one you like and which one you don't like.
Yeah, making a sale order gets awful confusing because you got 7 or 8 that, holy crap, what do you do with kind of thing that are just right at the front end, and then you got the next bunch that are right there with them. So,
and as you guys watch this video, I mean, pay attention to the numbers here as they come across. You're not going to see a bull twice. So, if you like these bulls and they impress you, I promise you, you come and have a look. There is just bulls everywhere. You'll come away with a full list of them that you know we're going to work for you. And you study the book and you look at the numbers. Just a lot of good bulls here, and especially in this white yearling pen.
Yeah, they've got the growth, they've got the performance of the 2-year-old bulls. They're just probably at a little more cost-effective option for everybody at the sale. But you know what? As far as just having some muscle and having some body, they certainly fit the bill that way. Big-ended, stout-made. Kind of all your key buzzwords, they kind of fit the bill when it comes to that.
And birth weight in check and calving ease. I mean, most of the people that are using these bulls are using them in a grass type situation, using them on British type cows. And again, what's it been, 35 years? It's been going good. So you got some options there if that's something that interests you.
Sherry and I have these commercial cows bred to the Charolais bulls from the community pasture, and we just calve them with our black cows, and they don't give. It's just like having an Angus.
Just drive around on that side by side.
Just drive around on that side by side, yeah.
Got the farm gas card.
Yeah, shoot gophers.
So if you're worried about coming to the sale on how to get your bull, don't worry about it. We look after all that. Take your nice car, your parents' vehicle, whatever it may be. we get as close to your ranch gate when we start running our routes in February, and then the majority of them through April and the beginning of May. And if you live east of the Ontario-Manitoba border or south of the Canadian-US border, we cost share once we get to either of those two borders. So like I said, buy with confidence and ride in your nice vehicle. See you on sale day.
All right, we're clipping along at a good pace. We're already into these guys. On sale day, it'll be what, 4? No, probably not. 3:30 time these guys hit the ring. So it's going pretty quick. But anyways, biggest offering of these guys that we've had to date. There'll be 40 of them hit the ring on February the 3rd. So have a look, check them out. Again, these guys, they made a lot of friends, and there's a lot of people really excited about the red Sim Angus and black Sim Angus thing. And as these bulls go by, you'll see why. Do all the good things that red Angus and Angus do, and just a little more jam with that Simmental side on them. And, you need it in today's market, and especially when you see calves sell red exotics and calves with a bit of Sim influence. You know, there's money left on the table, I think, if you're not, you know, incorporating a little bit of it for sure. So take a look at these guys. Beauty of these guys too is that they're with that red Angus convenience built into them. Your years of service are probably going to extend a little bit past a higher percentage Simmental bull. Yeah. You know, while still maintaining all the convenience that the Angus bulls have. And you know, you're going to see it as these calves are born. They're born with everything else. When we calve them here, with all the red Angus cows and Angus cows, no difference at birth. And by about, you know, midsummer, as you see these calves, all of a sudden they're grabbing a few extra gears, and you can tell that there's a little more jam there. So
Yeah, just that touch of hybrid vigor if you are retaining any females with them. Like Con said, the convenient traits of an Angus cow, but just got a little more to them from behind, and they pack that on certainly to their offspring. They like what Con was saying, just as far as your convenience traits, but still having the extra bit of growth here at the end, like grabbing gears here at the end.
They got a little more charge.
Yeah, and they're all out of red Angus cows and by red Simmental bulls.
Yep.
So you're not going to get a bunch of wild mark things. Solid colors, and that's what makes packages uniform.
Page 6 in our catalog outlines a lot of our programs, and one of those is the Good Neighbor program. If you bring somebody with you and they haven't bought for the last 2 sales, which would be 2022 and 2023, and you both buy bulls, you'll both qualify for a rebate. The details on that are on page 6 of the catalog. Check it out.
And then we're into these black guys here, and again, it's much the same. Sitting right around 25 of these guys for the sale this year, so plenty of them worth driving for to come and have a look at, and a lot of solid mark bulls and a few bulls with a little bit of blaze and some color to them on their heads. So take a look. You know, like we were talking before, as you get these bulls and you start looking at them in the catalog, you go through, we're keeping records on all these bulls, and we know who the cows are. We'll let you make the decisions on the data and the parentage and all that kind of stuff, or what you're looking for. Yeah, and I think you'll find lots of bulls here that you like. Just lots of good, honest, kind of
not quite as many as what there is in the red Sim Angus, but the quality of these black Sim Angus bulls are just through the roof here this year. There's bull after bull after bull that you could pick from, and they're all very similar in type and kind. As far as the structure on them, they're sound as can be. We don't feed them to get crazy high wean weights and yearling weights. We don't put out a creep feeder for them. They're just good, honest cattle. Like Con and Dad were saying, they run with the rest of our herd. They just flat work.
Yeah, and these bulls, they graze on grass all summer. We don't supplement them until kind of late September, October, onto a low energy pellet with a bit of rumensin, just to get their rumen working and get their gut functioning before they come in there by kind of mid-October to late October into the feedlot. So again, these bulls, you know, maybe not as typical for a Simmental to go out and graze all summer their first year, but you know, there's a bit of strategy there, and we want these bulls to go out and last, and we want their foot and joint health and you know, to be in check and working for everybody, so that you get the years of service out of these guys to drive that cost down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and use them on your Angus cows. They'll stretch them out, add some pounds, and you know, if you are using them on Angus type cows, they'll show a little bit of Simmental in them when you go to sell your calves or sell your yearlings or whatever. And Teddy talked about a hybrid cow with a touch of Simmental. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you've got everything else lined up, they work great.
That's right. And I think again, you know, you look at the show list, anything black exotic, red exotic, I mean, they're
right at the front end, so.
That's right. So take advantage of these guys, have a look at them sale day, and if you have any questions, make sure to call us.
If you're looking to stretch your dollars a little more, try our 60/40 finance program. So on the day of the sale, just leave us a check for 60% of the purchase price, and then another post-dated check for the remaining 40% dated on July 1st. Buy with confidence. We'll see you on sale day.
We're rolling right along here into these Red Angus Gelbvieh or Balancer Bulls, whatever you want to call them.
Call them what you want to call them, yeah.
Yeah, they're just pretty good bulls. We don't have a huge amount of them.
Had a lot of heifer calves.
We seem to struggle with that. But these guys are all by one bull, and I'll tell you, the consistency there is there. They all look alike. They're a heck of a set of Balancer bulls. You won't find bulls like this any place else. You can drive a lot of miles and look for Gelbvieh bulls, but they're right here. They're in Lloydminster on February the 3rd. Add that bit of milk, add that
Early sexual maturity.
Yeah.
They got sisters right now. Today is January the 5th.
You gotta be careful at the background pens that the bulls aren't close by.
Yeah, I tell you what, December 15th, here, middle of the month, last month when we were out there, 3 of these girls cycling at 7 months. So, you know, Mayborn heifers. So you want to get cattle bred, I tell you what, if you have a little bit of Gelbvieh in your cow herd, they're fertile and plenty of growth there. Something to really take advantage of with these guys as compared to even the hybrids is a bit of cost savings with equal to, you know, pretty comparable type performance numbers.
Yeah. Good set of bulls, you won't go wrong. Come take a look at them.
So we're into these bred heifers here. A little bit of a limited offering this year. To be honest with you, with the lack of snow, we kind of blinked first, and we have a real awesome select group of females that we're going to sell, but probably down in numbers a little bit from what we have been other years. It's just a one-time thing. I wouldn't call it self-preservation, but we needed to kind of, you know, make a move, and so the females that you'll find here probably as good or better as any year. So come and have a look. Again, these girls will be bred for 28 days, bred to Red Angus Bulls starting kind of the end of April through May.
And the ones we do have on offer, they are absolute front end. They're the Sim Angus ones are full sisters to the bulls, and they are pretty good.
Pretty tough to let go of. Yeah.
So do we have video of the heifer calves?
No. We don't have any video.
No,
there will be heifer calves.
There will be heifer calves in there too. You know, reds, blacks, crossed with Simmental, some Gelbvieh hybrids. I tell the boys that's a pretty sweet set of Shar-cross heifers out of Angus cows that we get out of the community pasture. So we're going to sell a few of those too. Thanks for watching our video. We really appreciate you taking the time. Look forward to seeing you on February 2nd and 3rd. Got to get my dates right here. And
12 noon at the ranch. We'll have beef on a bun at 11 on Saturday. But come out Friday night if you can make it. We'll have all the cattle on display starting Friday afternoon, and we'll have the pens lit up. There'll also be kind of a steak fry on Friday night, and then on Saturday, obviously, beef on a bun at 11, sale at noon, and then again, we have some hospitality afterwards. I think Ted's organizing that.
Yeah, Tom's coming again.
Is he?
Unless he's got a kid coming, but should be there.
So we look forward to seeing you there, and if there's anything we can do to help you, please give us a call at any of the cell numbers in the book or at 1-800-665-7253.
Have a look here. When you get 10,000, it's 35, 54 to 45, 45 to get 5,000, and then 55, 6,000, and 6,000, 5,000, and then 5 to get 7,000, and then 7 to have to get 7, it's 2.5, 575 to get 7, have to get 8,000, and then 8, 2.5, 5, 85, 7 to have to get 9, and 2 and a half to get 5, and 95, 7 to have 10, it's 10,000, and then 10, $5, and 11, $11, $11, and 5 to get 11, 5, and 11, 5 to get 12,000, and 5 to get 12, and 11, 5 to get 12,000, give 7 and a half, and 11, 5 to get 11, 7 to have to get 5, 11, 7 to have to get 5, 7 and a half, sold them 11,500 rods away, 11,500. 11,500, that's going to be my number. 113, 113.